Hello and welcome. My name is Haibin Zhao from the Karlsruhe Institute of Technology in Germany. Today, I will be presenting our Fit-to-Ear project, which enables the creation of personalized earplugs using smartphone depth cameras. This work is a collaborative effort with Tobias Rödiger, Yufei Feng, and Michael Bagel. In recent years, earphones have become an integral part of daily life, evolving into one of the most unobtrusive wearable devices. Meanwhile, the area around the ear offers diverse physiological information, making it an ideal location for health and activity monitoring. As a result, ear-worn devices, or earables, have emerged as a new frontier in wearable sensing and computing. Here, earables are defined as devices that attach in, on, or near the ear, providing functionalities that extend beyond simple audio input and output. However, advanced monitoring and detection algorithms often rely on high-quality signal measurements, which are difficult to achieve with one-size-fits-all earbuds. These generic designs frequently cause issues such as additional vibrations or even slippage, affecting both comfort and data accuracy. To address this challenge, we present Fit-to-Ear, a solution that allows users to model their ears quickly and easily using just a smartphone. By simply scanning the ear with a smartphone, users can generate a precise ear model through our modeling algorithm. After some post-processing, the physical earplug can be created and used. In this presentation, I will first introduce the infrastructure of the Fit-to-Ear system. Next, I will discuss the modeling algorithm we developed for generating ground truth data, followed by the post-processing steps, and finally, our evaluation of Fit-to-Ear based on the ground truth. For our setup, we use an iPhone X as the primary sensing device, leveraging its inertial measurement unit and RGB camera with depth. To enhance the robustness of the modeling process, we suggest an additional feature card, which is essentially a piece of plain colored paper. This card not only offers extra color and geometric features for modeling, but also helps cover hair that may obscure the ears. These two hardware serves the target purpose of the Fit-to-Ear project. However, to provide highly accurate ground truth data, we also employ a robotic arm to hold and move the smartphone to provide a ground truth trajectory, and a chin rest to stabilize the user's head, and thus a stable ear position. To drive this hardware system, we developed an iOS app for the iPhone, enabling control, data capture, and transmission. Additionally, we wrote an execution script for the robotic arm, which allows us to record joint angles in real time. We also created a web-based front-end interface for controlling the entire hardware setup and visualizing the captured data. Finally, on the server side, we use Node.js to manage command transmission and data flow. Let's now take a look at the modeling algorithm. The essential task of precise 3D modeling lies in transforming the point cloud data, captured by the smartphone camera from various positions, into a global world coordinate system. In this process, the key issue is to accurately estimate the camera orientation and position, which is its attitude, at each moment of capture. This is denoted by TIC. In practice, instead of directly estimating each camera pose in one step, it is generally an incremental and iterative approach, where we estimate the change of the camera pose, Tij, between consecutive frames I and j. By accumulating the incremental changes of poses, we can then estimate the camera pose at each frame. However, errors inevitably occur in each measurement, and thus in pose estimation as well. We represent these errors as delta. Obviously, the error is especially significant in iterative methods, as these errors will be accumulated and propagated through time. Therefore, the key problem to high-precision modeling lies in minimizing these errors through fusion of various information sources. To achieve this, we first express the pose estimation between two frames using this formula. Based on this, we formulate this optimization problem. Here, we solve for the camera poses through the pose changes Tij between frames, while the objective is to minimize error. With this formulation, we can effectively fuse the estimation from diverse measurement sources by simply sum the deltas from each information source. In our work, we provide inertial information and point cloud data from the iPhone and the trajectory information from the robotic arm. For inertial information, we estimate the attitude change between two frames by pre-integrating the IMU data. We also collected the device attitude information provided by Apple's CoreMotion API. For the point cloud data, we first convert the RGBD data, along with the intrinsic camera matrix, into a point cloud. We then register these point clouds by extracting and matching corresponding features, points using the RANSAC algorithm or techniques like iterative closest point. Lastly, for the robotic arm, we use its joint angles and forward kinematics to estimate the camera pose changes between certain frames. Of course, each of these data sources operates within its own reference frame, so we calibrate all device coordinates to the camera coordinate system before fusion. After completing the 3D modeling process, we obtain a highly accurate point cloud of the ear. We then proceed with a series of post-processing steps to create the final earplug entities. First, at the point cloud level, we use MeshLab to conduct a basic quality check on the model and remove unnecessary background data, such as parts of the face. We retain this background data during modeling because it provides useful features for robust modeling. Next, we use MeshMixer to convert the point cloud into a solid, smooth object, which we then trim into a shape suitable for 3D printing. Finally, we 3D print the ear model and cast it in silicone. Afterward, we trim the excess silicone to produce the final earplugs, which are ready for use. Next, we assess the quality of the dataset and the algorithm for the ground truth modeling. For data collection, we followed multiple principles: freehand scanning versus robotic arm scanning. The freehand scanning emulates real use cases of fit to ear, while the robotic arm delivers precise reference data for ground truth comparison. Additionally, we asked participants to perform scans both with and without the feature card. Scans were conducted for both the left and right ears of each subject. We recruited 12 participants in total, resulting in a dataset comprising 96 individual scans. The table here outlines the specific details and attributes of the dataset. As a contribution of this work, we have made this dataset publicly accessible. The online dataset is currently under review, and it can also be accessed by contacting the authors directly. In user study, we randomly selected 6 out of the 12 participants to visit a professional institution for personalized medical earplugs. We also created fit-to-ear earplugs for them. During the user study, the subjects were asked to wear 3 types of earplugs, namely medical earplugs, fit-to-ear earplugs, and general AirPods. They wear for 15 minutes while doing spontaneous activities like watching TikTok, walking, or drinking water. Afterwards, they rate this questionnaire with a 7-point Likert scale. The results showed that the fit-to-ear earplugs performed the best in question 1, question 4, and question 5, specifically the comfort during the modeling process, the ease of putting on, and the comfort during wearing. Additionally, fit-to-ear earplugs show only slight disadvantage to medical earplugs in question 3 and question 6, because medical earplugs focus more on finer structures of ears. In addition, fit-to-ear exhibits huge weakness in terms of question 2, which refers to the waiting time. This is mainly due to the complicated post-processing stage. Therefore, reducing the post-processing time is an area we aim to improve in future work. In conclusion, earphones have been deeply integrated in daily life, and thus it becomes an ideal platform for unobtrusive health monitoring. However, most detection and monitoring algorithms require high-quality sensory data, which generic earphones can hardly provide. This highlights the need for a simple and comfortable solution to create personalized earplugs. For this purpose, we collected a dataset from 12 participants who conduct both freehand ear scanning and robotic arm scanning for ground truth reference. Finally, we propose a modeling algorithm based on ground truth data and show the effectiveness of the dataset and the wearability of fit-to-ear earplugs through a user study. Thank you for your attention.